All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whenever and wherever you may be watching. Welcome back to Plant Based Homestead Prepper. My name is Roderick Chappelle, where we make prepping fun. Okay? That's our claim to fame. We're going to always have fun. So, this morning we're going to be doing the juice. And while we're doing the juice, I want to talk to you guys. Forgot my camera was over there. I want to talk to you guys about why we juice every day. Or most days. We don't juice every day, but we juice most days. And the reason behind that, so stay tuned to the answer for that. So you'll understand why we juice most days. Now, when I got up, those who follow us, that every morning we get up, we usually turn on the news and we will, listen to the news, not really watching it. There was a story this morning about a local school here in the area, and the parents had a meeting last night, and they were so upset because there were rats. Well, they say rats, probably were mice, because if you've seen a rat will scare you. Okay, these were probably mice in the school, and they were up in arms, and I can understandably so. But I mentioned in one of my videos yesterday about when you have, if you get mice and if you get insects in your house and all that kind of stuff, you gotta understand one thing. One is getting cooler outside, so all those pests are looking for somewhere to go that's warm. Guess what? Just like you are. And two, you also gotta understand this. Before we got here and before we, started building our houses and building our schools and doing whatever we do as humans, guess what? Those things were here first. So they're looking at you like you've invaded their space, not the other way around. We're looking at them like, they've invaded our space, but it's really the other way around. We've invaded their spaces. So I just wanted to throw that out there because I'm watching, I'm listening to this story and it caught my attention, so I started watching. And I'm watching these people just go crazy, over something that's really simple, okay? And we'll leave it at that. Whatever your feelings are, I'd love to hear you guys talk about it in the comments about what your thoughts are. And I'm not saying that, you should allow rodents and insects in your house. I'm not saying that. I just really would like to know what your thoughts are, because I know at one point in time, especially when we first moved here, they had totally remodeled this house, and when we got here, there were mice here. Okay, and it took us a long time to deter them, because it's funny. When I married Jennifer, I didn't realize how much of an animal activist she was. But over a period of time, especially after me being with her for years, I kind of turned into an animal activist. Now I did get to the point because we was catching and releasing, and sometimes we would release and they would come back, and other times we would release and we wouldn't see them anymore. So it was difficult. It was way difficult doing it that way, but it made me feel better that I wasn't killing animals, even though they were little mice. But they were little small mice, As a matter of fact, I did a video about a month ago where when I was in Lowe's one day, there was a little baby mouse right in the middle of the floor, and I walked up to the guy who was on the same aisle as me. I'm like, "Human sir, is that a mouse?" This mouse was so young and so tame that I was able to walk right up on the mouse, and if I wanted to pick that mouse up, that mouse would have let me pick it up. That's how young and tame this mouse was, and I felt so sorry for him, or for him and her. I felt sorry for him because I'm like, you're in this huge warehouse, and apparently had gotten separated from its mother or family or whatever, and was just in the middle of the aisle, and it was communicating to me like it needed some help. So what I did, me being me, I I really did want to pick up the mouse and take the mouse home for some reason. I don't know why. But I took a piece of wood, and I kind of just brushed up, not really touching it or hitting it, but kind of like about to brush it, and it went up under one of the aisles, and I hope the little mouse made it. I hope that little mouse is okay. Because I can only imagine. I mean, imagine you being trapped. I mean, being lost in New York City and not knowing where you are. That's probably the same feeling that mouse had. And I didn't mean to talk about mice the whole time this morning, but we're gonna get to the topic. I promise. But can you just imagine being lost in New York City? It's your first time there. You have no cell phone. You have no money, and you know nobody. Pretty scary, huh? So anyway, why do we juice most mornings? Reason why we juice is your body processes so much when it processes food that it needs a break. What we have found, juicing gives your body that break. Okay? It's not as difficult for your body to digest juices. So that's really the reason why we juice most days. And here comes the injured Jennifer. Oh my God, I felt so bad for her last night. Y'all want to hear this? My honey asked me to go to the store last night and get her some ice cream. I told y'all not to do the So Delicious out of experience, because when you do the So Delicious, you're gonna be hooked. Prep item. Get you 5 or 6 of these right here. This is a can opener. It doesn't have to be this nice of a can opener, but make sure you have several of those, because you're gonna need them if SHTF ever happens. So, I bought this thing of pineapple juice last night because I wanted to try something. 1, because it says it's not from concentrate. 2, because it's canned. 3, it will make my juice process a little bit, faster. So I wanted to try that. So when I get home last night, Jennifer took the bag. She was loading up the stuff in the freezer. This can of juice fell out the bag and landed where, honey? It landed on her toe. It's a sad situation to watch, because she stood in the freezer with the freezer open for I'm not even exaggerating, you hear? 7 minutes before she moved. And I understand, because I've dropped things on my toe. I've stomped my toe, and it totally paralyzes you for a little bit. She had kind of a restless night. She claims she's doing better this morning. She actually has a shoe on, which I'm surprised, because I didn't know she was going to be able to put a shoe on. But have y'all noticed how debilitating a toe or a finger can make you? You stomp your toe or you bang your finger or something, and it stops the whole doggone operation. Have y'all noticed that? I'm talking to the people. And been talking to them ever since you got up. Yeah, I asked a question. Which is fine if you want to answer it. Did you not hear it? No. Okay.
That's what the
I
was
said,
all about.
Have you ever noticed how debilitating a stomping of a toe or a banging of a finger is? It stops the whole process.
Yeah, but I didn't curse.
She didn't curse, y'all. I'm so proud of her. So let's make some juice. Juicy juice.
Do I not have another jar?
Yeah, I don't know, because I need a jar with a good lid on it, because I'm not gonna use all of this pineapple juice. So can you get me a jar with a good mason jar lid, please? Juicy. And this morning we're making a liquid sunshine, which I think is our favorite, since we keep making them like almost every morning. Oh, yeah, yesterday morning. Couldn't make juice yesterday morning. Why? Because we had our own blackout. As you can tell, the blackout is over for us. We're back in business. Oh, I also watched this documentary last night you guys might want to watch. It's on Netflix called Rotten. It talks about the avocados and how popular they've gotten and how much money is in avocados. Now, I did fall asleep on it. It's a Netflix series. So if you want to watch that, that's a good one. And it got me a little worried about my avocados because apparently avocados need a very warm environment to grow. So it looks like eventually I'm going to have to put up a greenhouse just for my avocado trees. Imagine that. I was thinking about doing a greenhouse anyway. But now I'm going to have to. And before somebody asks, I use the Breville Cold Fountain Plus. Or Cold Fountain something. I can't remember what it is. It's Cold Fountain something. Okay? The Breville. But yeah, that documentary was Rotten last night. That was pretty eye-opening. I didn't realize how much money was in the avocado industry. I had no idea. But apparently, it is big bucks. And they call it green gold down in Mexico because apparently you can get killed over some avocados. It is that serious. So, bam, there we go. Now we have juice. That's a fact. In my pocket probably, or in my top drawer of my dresser. Yeah, I see a difference already in this juice. It's not as foamy. Usually there's a lot of foam when I make when I cut up the pineapples and do it that way normally. So I'm gonna take the rest of this leftover juice, put it in here. Who's that I hear in here? Who is that? What cheering is that? It's Jackson. Hey Jack. Hey Jack, buddy. You doing okay this morning? You doing okay, bud? That's my bud. Oh, Jackie. So, this is just our lives, y'all. And that will keep probably, 3-4 days just like that. Now, let me make Jennifer's juice. But yes, we do a juice probably 4 to 7 days a week, some weeks, simply because it helps with digestion. Jennifer's really good about getting her water in. She gets, on most days, she gets half of her water in ounces in. I've been struggling here lately. And I can always tell when I struggle with my water, because guess what my weight does? It starts doing this. It starts decline. Like that song, y'all, Decline? Yeah. It definitely starts declining. So that is something I've been working on over the last couple, 2 or 3 days. I still haven't hit my goal. But I've noticed that it's easier to maintain your weight if and when you maintain your water consumption. I'm trying to move you guys. So it's much easier when you do it that way. So I'm going to clean my machine. It's not that dirty this morning because apparently the pineapple is what makes it filthy every day. And that's why I don't have so much foam, because I did not have but so much pineapple pulp. Really not even a whole bunch of pulp this morning. So, as I do things, I try to tell you guys, or show you guys 4 things that you should stock up on and have as preps. Can openers. Remember this, if you've never heard it before. 1 is none, 2 is 1. So anytime you're prepping for something, make sure you get multiple items. Multiple items. Because if you're in an emergency situation and you need a can opener and you only have one and something happens to that one, guess what? It's like you had none. Because now you don't have any. You have nothing to use. I didn't say nothing to lose. You have nothing to use if you have one and it breaks down. So always get multiples. All right? Can openers are a must when you're prepping. Why? Okay, that's a good question. Why should you have multiple can openers? Well, let's just say you go out and you replenishing your stock, and all you found, instead of the little top lid cans, all you found were cans that needed a can opener. But if you don't have a can opener and you don't know how to open a can without a can opener, guess what? You're in big trouble, Mr. and Mrs. So, always have multiple preps. Always.
Multiple. Preps.
Okay? So,
Whatever.
you on camera, say hello.
Hey.
I did not buy buns for you.
I did not buy the buns.
I did.
I knew you was going to say that.
I did not buy the buns for
I did
you.
not buy the buns for you. Just for that, I'm going to take 2.
That's when you know you've been around somebody too doggone long. When they can look at you and you know what they about to say, you've been around somebody. Now I can't say too long. Just long enough so you can have fun. How about
He was
that?
in your face. You looked at him like, how you just gonna have my fun? I did not buy those for you.
That's right. And that is a reference from, what movie is that?
Kingdom of Heaven. I did not
Kingdom
give
of
the cup
Heaven.
to
That's
you.
right. I did not give the cup to you.
Hey y'all,
And if y'all haven't seen that movie, that's a movie you
I'm
gotta
so
watch.
close. I'm sorry. I'm glad my skin don't look bad.
That is a movie y'all gotta watch. Kingdom of Heaven. It's long. It's about 15 hours long. Really about 3. But if you've never watched that movie, it's an awesome prep movie.
How was that a prep movie?
Because they prep for that darn invasion. Yeah. It's really not a prep. It's not a prep-er movie. But
Movie.
it is a war movie. But the setting is like 1600.
That's because it's in the Crusades. It's a movie about the Crusades.
I know what the movie's about. I'm trying to sell them on watching it. Would you be quiet?
It's a good movie. You don't have to freaking sell nobody.
This is when you've been around somebody too long. They say too much. But anyway, watch the movie, y'all.
It's got sexy Orlando Bloom in it.
Orlando Bloom.
Watch the movie. I'm the blacksmith.
Yeah, it is. It is a good movie. We've watched it.
It's a really
several
good movie.
times.
That's what you ain't got to tell folks. Just tell people what the movie about.
I want to sell it. Y'all, I gotta sell it. Got to sell it on y'all, to y'all.
Salesman for life.
That's the shit. Me
All
fit, yeah.
I'm leaving. Bye.
Yeah. All right, y'all. I gotta end this because I gotta walk my honey out, and I am done talking this morning. Look, stay tuned. Stay tuned for several videos today. I got one that's coming up that's really good where I did some shopping last night at Kroger, and you're gonna be surprised. All right, thank y'all. Take care. Hold on. Let's do the outro. Let's do the outro. Let's do the outro.
Subscribe to our channel.
Subscribe to our channel. Yes, subscribe to our channel. Say it again.
Subscribe to our channel.
Yes, subscribe.
That baby she loves doing that. That baby's like.